Hello, good morning my dear students. Welcome to our GYANJYOTI online classes. So today we will discuss about the 7th number chapter of our civics group. Okay, and the chapter name is social justice. What? Social justice. In this chapter we will briefly discuss about the inequalities in Indian society. Okay, the inequalities means inequalities on the basis of gender, inequalities on the basis of, you can say, on basis of caste, inequality on basis of religion. This type of inequalities we will discuss about in this subject. Then social status affects economic status. How social status affect the economic status of the people. Got it? Then laws for the marginalized section. Laws for the marginalized sections means laws or the principle, or you can say rule, regulations implemented by Indian Constitution. For the marginalized group, or you can say for the exploited groups like ST, SCs, OBCs, other minorities group. Okay. So let's start the chapter. That though equality is a fundamental, though equality is a fundamental right, more often than not we look around to see individual groups of people, women struggle for their rights. These struggles for equality are testimony of the fact that our society comprised of some groups of people who felt isolated and excluded from the mainstream of society. So from the beginning, okay, as we have already know about that Indian society is, you can say, male-centered society. Okay, but just go back to our previous chapter that the social reformers, they, by their efforts, they, you can say, made some changes in Indian society. Okay, but nowadays also these inequalities, you can say, politically we are equal, but economically we are not equal. Okay, there is a huge, you can say, gap or differences between the people in Indian society. Okay, some people are rich, many people are poor, you can say. Okay, so there is a, you can say, huge economic status differences or gap between the people of Indian society. Okay, so India has had a rigid caste-based society. Yes, the caste system, okay, from the ancient period, from the ancient time to till modern days, the caste system is very rigid in our society. While certain castes enjoyed certain privileges, others remained oppressed by virtue of being born into that caste. Yes, in here you can say the rich caste people or the upper caste people, they are enjoyed some privileges, some facilities. Okay, but a poor class people, or you can say a person who belong to lower caste, okay, he you can say don't have any special privileges. Okay, then the marginalized group. Okay, what are the marginalized group? That the marginalized group refer to those group of people who remained neglected in the past in the socio-economic process. Okay, the people, those who have neglected by the government in socio-economic process, means in social life. Okay, it is compulsory to provide them equal social justice as well as you can say equal economical opportunities. As a result, their socio-economic progress was stunted. They were exploited by others and have been facing grave injustice. Such groups included the scheduled caste, SC, okay, SC, ST, OBC, and minorities. Okay, these groups are known as the marginalized group. So let's discuss about the scheduled caste or scheduled caste SC, that they constitute 19.5% of the total population of India. This group generally includes people who were earlier treated as untouchables. They are generally identified with the term Harijans, which was used by what Mahatma Gandhi for them. They remained very backward economically and educationally. They were mostly doing petty jobs, for example, scavengers, sweepers, cobblers, drain cleaners, etc. Okay, so what the SC or Siddul caste people, they were called by Mahatma Gandhi as Harijan, and they were involved in petty jobs like sweeper or sweeper, then cobblers, drain cleaners, and etc. Okay, from the you can say very beginning, they were suffered by economic, you can say status. They were suffered, you can say, in what getting social justice also. Okay, because they were considered as untouchable people in Indian society. Then the Siddul Tribe or ST, they constitute the people living in the tribal areas. They are socially isolated and economically backward, as like what? SC. Then their present population in 8.20% of the total population of India. Okay, the ST class people, they are also what considered as the economy backward class people. Then OBC, they constitute those who are weaker section of people who are not covered in the scheduled caste or the scheduled tribes category. The constitution provided for appointment of a commission to investigate the condition of the backward classes or other backward classes. In 1953, the Kalelkar Commission was appointed to prepare a list of such backward communities. Remember this thing, for OBCs development or other backward class development. Okay, a commission was founded in 1953, Kalelkar Commission. Okay, and their work to prepare a list of such backward communities. The report of the Kalelkar Commission was not implemented. The second backward class commission was appointed under BP Mandal, called the Mandal Commission, which gave its report in 1980. Who? Mandal Commission. Both the commissions used social, educational and economic criteria for identification. The Mandal Commission report classified 52% of the population of India as backward with respect to educational level and recruitment in government services. The commission has recommended 27% jobs reservation for the other backward classes. Okay, and it is only possible for the, you can say, work of Mandal Commission, which was founded in 1918. Okay, and according to the effort of Mandal Commission, okay, the OBCs you can say are are able to gain what 27% job reservation. Okay, in the job field. Okay, in the job field of India. About the minorities. Minorities means you can say the Muslims, the Christians, the Chinese, the other religious people. Okay, whose numbers were very less in India. So the constitution makes provision for protection of the interest of the minorities also, especially their language, script and culture. At present, the minorities constitute 18.42% of the total population of India. The government of India set up a minorities commission in 1979. Okay, for the protection of language of minorities, culture of minorities, culture of minorities. A minorities commission was founded or set up in India in 1979, which was given a statutory status under the National Commission of Minorities Act 1992. The commission safeguards the rights of the minorities and makes recommendation for their betterment. Okay, so the commission, the minority commission safeguards the rights of the minorities. It protects the rights of the minorities and makes recommendation for their betterment, and also you can say give recommendation to the government, okay, give suggestion to the government for the development of other minority class people. Okay, then let's discuss about the Dalit or the untouchables. Okay, from the in different chapters in our S.St book, okay, it indicate or it briefly describe about the Dalit or the untouchables, okay, that the marginalized groups also include the Dalits or the untouchables, got it? Then the tribal people who live mostly in forest and hilly areas are economically and politically marginalized. Economically, their traditional lifestyle and dependence on forest natural product is still continuing. Okay, lack of proper education and job opportunity have forced them to remain backward and poor for centuries. Okay, so the tribal people, okay, it is about STs, but the Dalit or untouchables, okay, they were, you can say, they were didn't allowed to enter what any temple, any, you can say, public places. They didn't, and they didn't had any rights to, you can say, took water from public wells. Okay, means the Indian society or the rich caste people, upper caste people, they were dominated the what untouchables because they were involved in PT jobs. Okay, okay, but they are also what human beings, and they have, you can say, it is necessary that they have the right to what equally live in the Indian society. Okay, after that the tribal people who are mostly lived in remote areas in the forest, okay, and they are you can say mostly dependent on forest in natural product. Okay, they are economically backward as well as, you can say, they are educationally backward also. Then lack of proper education and job opportunity have faced them to remain backward and poor for centuries. In democratic politics, where majority population rules, the tribals, being small in number, what except in tribal majority areas, are not able to assert and have thus failed to get major political and economic benefits for their areas. Even today, many tribal areas do not have electricity, okay, roads and school facilities. Okay, you can say because they are, you can say, lived in remote areas. Okay, so here is a not a good contact with what modern society with them. Okay, that's why what you can say, there is no school facilities, electricity facilities, or you can say communication facilities to them. That's why what the tribal people, they faced many difficulties. Okay, they, you can say, they what do not have any education facilities in their areas because they are totally, you can say, totally not connected with the what modern Indian society. That's why their economical status as well as, you can say, their social status is very poor, very bad. Then many tribals have been displaced from their traditional homes for the use of their lands for mining, okay, industries and water reservoirs or dams. So the tribal peoples, okay, they were, you can say, marginalized, or they were, you can say, displaced from their own places because of mining work or industrial establishment, or the industrial establishment what they are displaced by the government, okay, industrial owner. Then some reservoirs or some dams or water reservoirs, you can say dams, okay, for these purposes they are displaced by the government from their own land, from their, you can say, home also. Many such displaced tribals are still not properly what rehabilitated. The influx of outsiders in the tribal areas due to mining, industrial and other new economic activities has further marginalized the tribals. So this type of activities means for mining work, then in industrial establishment, okay, then construction of water reservoirs, or you can see dams, okay. So this type of, you can say, work, the outsider, okay, they influx with the or you can say there is a, you can say, conflicts between the outsider and tribal people, okay, due to this type of activities. That's why this type of activity, okay, of the outsider affected the economical life as well as, you can say, the social life of tribal groups. Then the minorities are another economically and politically marginalized group. They are the targets of fanatic communal groups and are most affected in communal riots. Okay, riots means, you can say, a quarrel between two communal groups, conflicts between what, you can say, or violated actions happened between two what religion groups like Hindu Muslim, then Muslim Christian Hindu. Okay, this type of, you can say, riots are always happening in Indian society due to the, you can say, lack of good communication with the minorities and majority group of people. Then they are often exploited by politicians as vote banks without being given any economy or political benefit. Yes, you can say this is a old procedure, old system, that the politicians, they are always what, use the minority class people as well as ST, SC and OBC class people as their vote banks. Okay, and after getting votes, you can say, they are not providing any economic and you can say what, educational as well as social benefits to them. Okay, the politicians of India, they are only used the minorities and other backward class people or ST, SC as their vote banks. So minorities are also not doing too well on the employment front and hence need special attention. The government should what, give special attention to ST, SC, OBC and minority. Okay, government, you can say, should always try to what, make them, you can say, make them what, in the source of, in the mainstream of what, Indian society. Okay, after that, you can say, our Indian society will be a what, equal based society if the government can able to what, join them with the mainstream of our Indian society. Okay, then some constitutional provisions, okay, some constitutional, you can say, laws are implemented or formed by Indian government to providing them social justice to scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Okay, let's discuss about the what, constitutional provision or constitutional laws, okay, which were provided by Indian Constitution for the development to provide social justice to ST and SC class people. Okay, so the first one is right to equality. Right to what? Equality. So the Article 14 of the Constitution provides right to equality as a fundamental right to every citizen. Yes, this is a fundamental right to every Indian citizen. This makes the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes equal to other citizens. And you can say this provision or laws of Constitution, that the right to equality, it also, you can say, favorable the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe people. Okay, this makes the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes equal to other citizens. Article 14 is also gives a guarantee to equal protection of law to all its citizens. include the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes. Then prohibition of discrimination. Second, prohibition of discrimination. Prohibition of discrimination. So according to what? Right to equality, every Indian citizens, okay, are equal before law, okay, or we cannot separate or create differences among the people of Indian society, okay. After the prohibition of discrimination, okay, so this act, you can say, this act always tries to set up the ST people with other class people in Indian society, okay. Like according to this act, according to this provision of Indian Constitution, what prohibition of discrimination, we cannot discriminate among the people on you can say on the basis of caste, creed, religion, sex, place of birth, etc. Okay, every people are equal before law. Okay, you can say we don't have any right to you can say to oppose ST and SC people to enter in a public place, take water from a public wells, okay, or you can say move in a public parks, or sitting in a public you can say grounds of you can say public playground, okay, or you can say having lunch or dinner in a public hotels, okay. If we are practice this type of work, or we stop the ST and SC class people to activated in that place, then it is a criminal offense. Got it? So it is what? Prohibition of discrimination, that we cannot access to ST and SC class people access to what? Shops, public restaurants, hotels and places of public entertainment, okay. Then we cannot stop also the use of wells, tents, bathing ghats, roads and places of public use, okay. This you can say these activities are against the law and prohibition of discrimination. Then equality of opportunity in public appointment. Equality of opportunity in public appointment. Equality in opportunity in public appointment. So Article 16 provides equality of opportunity to all citizens in government jobs or appointment to any office under the state. The Constitution clearly mentions that no citizen shall be discriminated against in respect of employment of office under the state on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex, then descent or place of birth. Okay, you can say it is you can say government is always responsible to what? Provide equal, you can say job opportunities to every class of Indian people. So at the same time it empowers the state to make any provision for reservation of appointments. Here there are reservations is for ST, SC and other minority class people in employment field also, okay. through the reservation system, government tried to providing economic facilities to them, and also through the economic facilities, the government think the equal status, social status or economic status of that oppressive class people. So the reservation system are here for the development or economic development of oppressive class people or poor class people. So equal opportunity in public appointment means there is no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, sex or place of birth. Okay, everybody should get the equal opportunity in public appointment in a job field. Okay, then direction of protection of weaker section. Article 46 in the directive principles direct that the state shall promote educational and economic interest, of the weaker section of the people, particularly the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes. It also directs the state to protect them from social injustice and all form of exploitation. Okay, so in education field also there is the reservation seats, for the ST and SC class people, as well as OBCs, for OBCs and minorities also. Okay, so let's discuss about the reservation seats for ST and ST, SC, OBC and minorities in Lok Sabha, in Legislative Assembly, then services, got it, in National Commission. So Article 330 provides that seats shall be reserved in the Lok Sabha for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes, except for the scheduled tribes in the autonomous district of Assam. The reservation of seats shall be out of the total seat of the state in proportion to the population of SC and STs. Then reservation of seats in the Legislative Assembly. Article 332 provide the seats shall be reserved for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes in the Legislative Assembly also. Okay, the seats were not reserved for the scheduled tribes in the tribal areas of Assam. Okay, in that region there there are no reservation seats for ST and SC class people in the tribal areas of Assam, Nagaland, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram. Okay, then in the service field, there are also reservation seats for ST and SC. The government created reservation, employment for ST and SC class people to give them economic opportunity or economic facility. Okay, after that, in National Commission for Scheduled Caste, that Article 338 provides that there shall be a National Commission for the Scheduled Caste. Means there are special organization or commission who work for the development of scheduled caste people. So there is set up a National Commission to look the condition of scheduled caste people. The duty of the commission shall be to investigate and monitor matters relating to the scheduled caste under the Constitution and law or any order of the government, to inquire into specific complaints with respect to deprivation of rights and safeguards, to participate in and advise on their socio-economic development. Okay, so this is the main function of National Commission, which is set up for the development of SC people. Okay, in the National Commission safeguard the rights of the scheduled caste people, and it also investigate the condition, the situation of SC class people, and also inform to the government. Got it? Then grant in aid to the states for welfare of the scheduled tribes. Okay, what are the grants, or what are the provision principles for scheduled tribes? That Article 275 lays the provision of grants in aid out of consolidated fund of India to the states for the purpose of promoting the welfare of the scheduled tribes. Means the central government helped the state government to providing economic facilities to the tribal people. Okay, so some what constitutional provisions implement for SC and ST. Let's discuss about the provision implemented by Indian Constitution. That 15% government jobs have been reserved for the scheduled caste and 7.5% jobs are reserved for the scheduled tribes. How many? 15%. SC and what? 8.5 something for STs. Okay. Not 8.5, it is 7.5. 7.5% for STs. Okay. So 15% government jobs have been reserved for the scheduled caste and 7.5% jobs are reserved for the scheduled tribe. At present, the government is the largest employer of the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes. In case of the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies, some constituencies are reserved for the scheduled caste and what? Scheduled tribes. Yes, we have already read about that some seats in Lok Sabha in legislative assemblies are reserved for ST and SC candidates. So in government educational institution, 15% seat what are reserved for scheduled caste, like what in employment sector, and 7.5% seats are reserved for the scheduled tribes. Okay, the government at the center and the state are providing what? Vocational training, coaching, other training facilities and financial help to the students of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes through the what? Scholarship. Okay, through scholarship or you can say stipend. Even textbooks are provided free to them in many engineering and medical colleges. The government constructs hotels and residential facilities for the students of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Okay, means the government is always what give educational facilities and economic facilities to what STs and SCs, means the scheduled caste people as well as what scheduled tribes people to what you can say for the development of their economical and educational status. So this type of provisions, you can say this type of laws are implemented by constitutional, you can say Constitution of India, and what the government is always work on it, okay, for the development of scheduled caste people and scheduled tribe people, or other way you can say for the oppressive poor class people of Indian society. Okay. Yeah, so many constitutional provisions and you can say initiative steps taken by Indian government, or you can say many provisions are also provided by Indian Constitution for the development of what? These poor class people who are economically backward, okay, who don't have any education facilities. Okay, so many provisions and many initiative you can say steps are taken by Indian government through the constitutional manner. Like Mandal Commission was formed, set up, okay, for the development of OBCs, like Kaka Kilkar Commission, okay, which was founded for the upliftment for the development of you can say OBCs class people, okay. Then equal rights to all the citizens of India, okay. After that, in a job field, in employment field, okay, in you can say in administrative field, okay, in educational field, there are some reservation. There are reservation systems, okay, reserved seat for the ST and SC OBC class people as well as minority class people, okay. So many provisions, many you can say constitutional laws are implemented, executed by the Indian government towards the development of what? The poor class people like ST, SC, OBCs and minorities. Okay. Then for the, you can say, constitutional provision for the Anglo-Indians. Anglo-Indians means you can say the person who related to both Britain and India. Okay, they are known as what? Anglo-Indian. So nomination of two Anglo-Indians to the Lok Sabha. Article 331 of the Constitution provides that the President of India shall nominate not more than two members of the Anglo-Indian community to the Lok Sabha. If he, in his opinion, the community is not adequately represented otherwise. So it is mandatory, or you can say compulsory, for the President of India to nominate two Anglo-Indians members in the Lok Sabha. Okay, they are belongs to both Britain and India. So some special provisions are also provided by the Constitution. Okay, in educational grants, Article 337 provides that during the first 3 financial years after the commencement of the Constitution, the same grants, if any, shall be made by the Union and the state for the benefit of the Anglo-Indian community in respect to their education. Okay, it is the provision for only on Anglo-Indian community. During every successful period of 3 years, the grants may be less by 10%. Okay, it reduces by 10%. After 10 years of commencement of the Constitution, such educational grants shall stop. Okay, means in this way, in this you can say purposes some educational privileges or facilities given to the Anglo-Indian community. So no educational institution shall be entitled to receive any grant under this article unless at least 40% of the annual admission there in are made available to the members of the community other than Anglo-Indians. Okay, so after that, protection of interest of minorities. Okay, Article 29 and 30 provides protection and preservation of their language, script and culture of the, you can say, minority class people. The minorities, mainly in India, the minority class people are the Muslims, the Christians, the Jainists, the Buddhists, okay, Sikhs. These are the minority class people, and there are some special provisions, law formed for the development, for the protection of these minority class people. Okay, Article 29 further provides that education is every child's right. Any educational institution maintained by the state or receiving an aid out of state funds cannot deny admission to any child. Okay, the child means belongs to any religion. Okay, no educational institution denied his or her admission in the school. Got it? So this type of special provisions, special laws are executed by you can say by the Indian Constitution for the protection, for the development, for the, you can say, prosperous life of minority class people. Okay, so this is all about social justice in many ways, in through the many principles. The Indian Constitution provided many facilities, many, you can say, privileges to oppressive class people, and the government of India and also follow the governmental process, the constitutional manner to fulfill the, you can say, fulfill the every wishes in the field of economic, in the field of social, in the field of, you can say, educational. The government of India always try to fulfill the every, you can say, single aspect of this oppressive class people, single wish of this class of people to follow up this special provision which are executed by Indian Constitution of India for the every Indian citizen. Okay, thank you, have a nice day.